What is going on, guys? TheDooo here, and this is going to be the video where I answer some of the questions that you guys asked me in that Q&A setup video. I just want to say thank you to everyone who did submit questions. We had over 500 questions asked on that Q&A setup video, so unfortunately there's no way that I can answer all of them, so I'm sorry if I don't answer your question. I did do another Q&A before, so if I don't answer your question, go check out that Q&A and maybe I answered it in that video.
TheDooo? Why are we looking at Destiny gameplay?
I actually really like the Crucible on Destiny, and I get tired of looking at Call of Duty gameplay all the time, so it's nice to switch things up on the channel every once in a while. So then let's just go ahead and get right into the questions. Red Frosty asks, what guitar do you have and what amp do you use? So I talked about my guitars in the first Q&A, but I'll go ahead and tell you guys again. The acoustic is a Gibson Epiphone, and then the electric is a Fender Strat, and the amp that I use is a PV Viper amp, and it's got effects in it. So the special effects episode stuff just came straight from the guitar amp. I didn't use pedals for that. Alright, so this next question is by far the one that I get asked the most, and it comes from Shreds Daily, and they say, how did you get so good at guitar? And the answer pretty much is I play a lot. I learn a lot of new songs, and that's pretty much it. When you go out and you learn new songs all the time, you learn new things you could do with the guitar, and you're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could make the guitar sound that way, or I didn't know I could play that riff like that. And so my recommendation would be play a lot, learn a lot of new songs. So next question comes from Cassandra Waller, and she asks, why can't you post more guitar videos more often? I would love to post more often, and that's a really good question. I know I don't post very often, and that's for a couple of reasons. First off, I'm a full-time college student, which eats up a ton of time because I'm taking 18 credits this semester. And besides that, I also have a part-time job, so that also just takes up more of my time. And these videos take a while to make. I would love to post one every week, and over the summer and on spring break, when I have more free time, I will try to post like crazy. But as it currently is, I post as often as possible. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, I'm gonna plug my Twitter here, because a lot of you guys don't follow me on there. I update you guys on like how I'm doing with videos and like when to expect new ones. So like if you're ever wondering, oh man, when it's been a week, where's that Mountain Dew video? You know, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll kind of get an idea. So yeah, I'm sorry I don't post very often. I really do try to post as often as possible. And over the summer, when I don't have school going on anymore, you can expect more videos from me. Speaking of my part-time job, Mackenzie Steven asks, what is/was your job before or during YouTube? So the job I've had for the past 2 years is at Chick-fil-A, and I work in the front. So basically what I do is I serve guests and try to deal with the madness that is Chick-fil-A, because that company does so much business, it's stupid. So it's definitely a high-stress job, but you know, the job itself it's just a job. What keeps me working there is the coworkers, because everybody's really positive and team-oriented there. I had another job before this where everyone was really negative, and I just had to get out of there, man. The atmosphere sucked, so this is definitely an improvement from my previous job, which was developing photos at Walgreens. And being a photo guy, you see things that you just can't unsee. Just never unsee them. Okay, so here's another question that I get asked all the time, and it comes from Sezzy Trolling. He says, how do you know all the notes to every song that people tell you to play? And this is a really great question. I want to explain it. I'd say about 60% of the time, I have played these songs before, and I know how to play them before they ask me. And about 40% of the time, I've never played them a day in my life. So an example of this is, in the last episode, the guy at the very end, he says,
dude, I'm gonna freaking marry this guy.
And I played the Here Comes the Bride song. Now, I never played that a day in my life, but I kind of knew what the melody sounded like, so I was able to play it on the spot, and that's for two reasons. I'd say half of it's having a good ear, and half of it's just being involved in music for 10 years. Being involved in music for a long time, you kind of start to recognize patterns and melodies. So one thing that I like to do is whenever I hear a brand new song, I like to analyze the melodies and the chord progressions in my head without an instrument in my hands and see if I can figure it out before ever actually sitting down to an instrument. And a lot of times I can think about it and then go sit down at the instrument and just start playing it without having to have had picked it out on that instrument beforehand. So that's kind of what's happening in these videos, just a lot faster and on the spot. Alright, Craig O'Freyson asks, how old are you? I answered this in my last Q&A, but since then I've aged, so I am now 22 years of age. So I really like this next comment. It comes from Davis Min, and he asks, are you good at Guitar Hero? Also, if so, which one is your favorite? And yes, I used to be really good at Guitar Hero, like obsession level good at Guitar Hero. I remember the first Guitar Hero when I was like, I don't know if I was like 14 or 15 or whatever. I used to be able to play like without looking at the screen. I had the songs memorized, so that's how obsessed I was with it. And my favorite Guitar Hero was the second one. All right, I'm gonna do these next questions rapid fire. Donuts or ice cream? Donuts. Have my babies? Nope. How tall are you? 5'8". Do you ride a motorcycle? Nope. Are you gay? No. Are you? Will you answer this question? No. Have you married? What's your favorite color? Green. I'm send nude. Please don't send me nudes. Micah Little asks, do you like tacos? Yeah, I like tacos. Show me one person that doesn't like tacos. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't because they don't exist. All right, so Cat Trappas asks, where do you see yourself in a year on YouTube? And I had given this a little bit of thought. I think that a reasonable goal for the end of 2016 for subscribers would be somewhere in the 50,000 to 75,000 range. And honestly, no matter where this channel is a year from now, I'll be happy with it because I'm just grateful to be a content creator. It's something that I love to do. But something else that I want to see a lot more of in 2016 is me posting more, for sure. I want to post covers of songs for you guys. A lot of you guys asked if I was going to cover songs. Yes, I want to do that. So that's my 2016 resolution, basically. So another really popular comment that I get comes from ShadowPunch873. He says, will you set up a camera so that we can see you playing the guitar? And absolutely, this is in the works actually. I'm working on getting a decent camera so I can do a guitar cam for you guys. And I'm considering getting a green screen too, so I don't necessarily have to throw a big box up on the screen. If not, then I'll just go ahead and do the guitar cam, but it is in the works, so in the future. Okay, so the next question is another one that I get quite a bit from you guys, and this one comes from Marnik Pollitt, and he asks, will you do a collab with people like Squizzix or Gore Gibson? And those guys seem like really talented musicians, so absolutely, I would collaborate with them if the opportunity ever presents itself. Harris Mustafik asks, can you do more song requests from fans? And yeah, so what I actually did was I created a poll where you can actually submit songs that you would like me to play, or you can vote on other people's ideas. I'll put a link to that in the description box below, so if y'all want to go vote there, I'll pay attention to the ones that get upvoted the most, and I'll learn those and play them in videos for you guys. Easy as that. JDog7651 says, my question is, what do you use to record with, and what advice do you have for smaller YouTubers like myself? So I record the gameplay with an Elgato. My mic is a Shure Beta 58A. I add a little bit of EQ, and then I edit everything in Sony Vegas. So that's my general setup. And as far as advice for a smaller YouTuber, man, that seems crazy because like I don't feel like I'm in a position to give people advice, but I will tell you what has worked for me is when I first started YouTube, I just uploaded like whatever videos, whatever I could pull together, whatever footage I could get. And then one day I made a guitar video and I noticed that that had, you know, hundreds and hundreds of more views than everything else. It was clear that people liked that more than anything else. And I put that off for a long time. I didn't make another one for a long time, and I was like, okay, well, my channel's not going anywhere. Let me go back and revisit the guitar thing. So the point of saying all that is, find what you're uniquely good at. Find what's unique to you. Find what you do best. What can you bring that's unique to YouTube? Capitalize on that. People will find your channel, and they will love it. Oh yeah, let's not forget about video games. Best COD Comedy Bryson, COD Trolling Cloud, Game Minds, all those community channels that uploaded my stuff. Submit your videos to a community channel, and if they like it and they upload it, people will find your channel. So those are the things that worked for me. Next question comes from XXFunnyXX, and he or she asks, would you play with your subscribers? Absolutely, I want to play with you guys. I'm going to start doing open lobbies, and I'll most likely be posting when I'm doing an open lobby on Twitter. So yeah, basically here's another Twitter plug. If you want to get in an open lobby, y'all best go follow me on Twitter. Steven McDonald asks, how long have you been practicing guitar for? Are you self-taught? Do you teach people? And do your fingers ever get sore? So a four-part... okay, I just farted. I don't know if you guys heard that. I really hope you didn't. So I answer the first part, which is about 8 or 9 years. And yes, I'm pretty much completely self-taught. My dad taught me for a little while when I first started out, and then I've taught myself the rest of the time. And I have taught people. I've had I think 4 students who I taught acoustic guitar to. And that was a lot of fun. I love doing that. And do your fingers ever get sore? On the electric, pretty much no. But when I've done acoustic guitar videos and I've sat there and recorded for like 2 hours, you better believe my fingers burned, dude, like fire. But it's worth it. It's for you guys. Holy crap, this is another question that I got quite a bit of, and it comes from Awesome010, and he says, when should we be expecting the face reveal? First thing I gotta do is get my hands on a decent camera. And when I do that, if I feel like doing a face reveal at that time, then I will, but right now, I have no idea. CootieMan202 asks, do you know how to play any other instruments, and if you do, play for us? So I talked about in my other Q&A how I also play piano and violin. I don't have a violin anymore, but I can improv a little piano for you guys. So this next question comes from Cameron Mansell, and he says, what is the best moment of your YouTube career so far? And cheesy answer inbound, but you guys have been the best moment so far. I love it when I read you guys' comments. You guys are hilarious. You guys are supportive. And I've even gotten some comments from you guys about how you either went out and bought a guitar and started playing it, or you'd played before and you've picked it up again because of my videos. And that is so cool that I could inspire you guys to play or, you know, rediscover your passion that you might have had. So you guys are the best moment of YouTube. So Brandon Bond asks, what do you do when you're not recording? And when I'm not recording and I'm not at school and I'm not at work, I'm usually making music, working on scores, that kind of thing. Or I'm playing other games like Destiny. I love Destiny. I love playing Crucible on that game. But other than that, I like to watch stuff on Netflix. I guess you guys kind of figured this out, but I like to watch Doctor Who. But I also love to watch comedies, especially The Office and Seinfeld. In my opinion, those are 2 of the greatest comedy shows that have ever been created. All right, next question comes from JJM, and they ask, will you ever do gameplays? I definitely want to do different types of content in the future, other than just doing guitar videos all the time. But I'd love to make more videos like my Existor videos, and maybe some Let's Play videos. So I'm still going to focus on guitar videos for now, but do expect some different types of content in the future. Just Jedi asks, will you be doing more electric guitar, and will you move to Black Ops 3? And to answer your first question, heck yes. And the answer to your second question is heck no. Because I've tried so many times to record on Black Ops 3, and people don't talk on that game. You just can't find people in random lobbies to talk to. And when you do finally find somebody, they either mute you, or when they talk to you, the chat system sounds terrible. It's all crackling, it sounds like garbage. So no, I'm probably not going to be making videos, guitar videos at least, on Black Ops 3. Alright, so this is going to be the last question, and it comes from Mason Shattuck, and they say, do you have a P.O. box so we can send you fan mail? If so, what is it? I don't have a P.O. box right now, but I definitely will set one up if you guys want to send me mail. So I will let you know as soon as that happens. Alright guys, that's about going to do it for this Q&A. I'm sorry it took me so long to get this Q&A out, man. This is for my 10K special, and we're at 15,000 now. I might as well say this is a 15,000 special video at this point, so I'm sorry it took me a while. I really am. School's just been kicking my butt, man. Thank you so much to everyone who submitted questions, and I am sorry if I didn't get to your question. There were 500 of them, so I just couldn't answer all of them. And thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. It's been growing like crazy. I'm so excited. I just want to keep putting out good content for you guys. Let's keep these good vibes going, and I'll see you guys in the next one.